Peace and welcome to all my Leos, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is an abundance reading for you all. How to tap into your abundance, how to tap into your fortune, how to reinvigorate your prosperity. That's what we're jumping into today. Look, inflation has been happening, chaos has been happening, and I just felt called to do these readings for the soul family so that you all know what spirit is asking you of at this time in order for you to activate your fortune, right? Because you deserve it. The first thing that I want to say that is coming through for you, Leos, is that you have to get back into your groove, right? Remember the movie How Stella Got Her Groove Back? Okay. I'm feeling like that type of vibe for the Leos, right? How Stella got her groove back. How can you get back into your flow, into your essence, into your beauty, into your wonder? This is so good. How can you get back into your light? That's what I'm picking up on for my Leos. This is called the pillar of light, descent of the star of Isis. So, what that is saying for you, Leos, is that you were born to shine. You were born to be groovy. You were born to be seen. You were born to be bold. You were born to be great. And so, and that's funny because there's so multiple cards are coming out with light. So this is super powerful for y'all. So we're gonna get into it. But yeah, you were born with a certain essence, right? With a certain royalty, with a certain regalness. And so and your abundance is directly connected, Leos, to your ability to really dwell in that space and allow yourself to be seen. And I'm not even talking about like from no egoic perspective. I'm really coming from a place of like purpose and impact and influence and how you actually make the world a better place. How can you be a pillar of light? How can you be a pillar of light? How can you shine so brightly that you radiate this energy of love, you radiate this energy of fortune, you radiate this energy of power? You can't make it up. Listen, here we got another card. It's called the Pyramid of Light. Look how that's lighting up. Look how the top of the pyramid, right? The top of the pyramid, you see how it's becoming transparent? And it shouldn't be, right? Pyramid of light. How can you raise your vibration, Leos? How can you raise up your energy and step deeper into love, deeper into your power, deeper into your purpose, and allow yourself to really just be seen? It's so funny how all of these cards are aligning. Another card that came out for you is called Cartouche, and it says Divine Names of Power. Okay, so what this energy is talking about is, so not only are you Leos, and whether you're sun, moon, or rising, not only are you meant to uh, live a bold, royal, regal life where you let yourself be seen, where you are okay with being put out in front of people, you also have to guard your tongue, right? And make sure that you are speaking words of power, making sure that you are speaking highly over yourself and speaking highly over others, right? That cartouche, that divine names of power, what we're talking about is how you name your situations and circumstances. Oh, God, that is so good. I want y'all to understand what I'm saying to you. You have the power and the authority, Leos, to name what is actually happening in your reality. Let's say you're having a moment of hardship. Now, either you can say that that moment of hardship is here to break you, or you can say that it's here to make you, develop you, grow you, heal you. This is what I'm talking about. Excuse me, that alarm going off right now. Spirit is like, listen, listen, listen. This is it. This is what you actually need to understand. How you name your situations and circumstances, Leo, is what you create. So, like I said, if you're having a moment of challenge, adversity, you can say, oh my God, the world is trying to tear me apart. That's how you just named that situation. That's the label, that's the judgment that you just put on that situation. Or you can say, thank you, Spirit, for this character development. Thank you for this evolvement. Thank you for this growth. Thank you for this evolution. Thank you that these experiences are helping to align me greater with my purpose purpose, with my power, with my abundance. See, I just gave you an example of naming things in two different ways. And so your higher self, your spiritual team is asking you right now, Leos, to start naming things from a place of power, right? To start speaking from a place of healed wholeness, abundance, fortune, power, worthiness. Okay. This is asking you to start using the power of your word, mantras, affirmations, in order to activate your abundance. So stop looking at things with your two human eyes and labeling it and judging it in a way that's not in alignment with your higher divine self. That's spirit is saying you have to get out of that. And then start doing some mantras. Do There's some powerful mantra books out there, all on. I was trying to see if I have one over here. I don't see one, all on Amazon. You can find different mantras. You can even Google different mantras, all my Leos. But find you some mantras and start to speak those mantras, start to affirm those mantras consistently. Because you speaking those words of power, not only is it sending a message to your higher divine self, but it is activating you and it is supporting you and becoming more confident, more assertive, and just helping you to fully dwell in that light, right? Like I said, you're meant to live boldly. You're meant to live regally and royally. So if you've been playing small, I don't care where you are or what it is that you do, you have to show up in that light. It doesn't matter whether you work at McDonald's. Even if you work at McDonald's, when people come into that job, you should be brightening up their day. Your energy should be so radiant, should be so captivating, should be so powerful. When people come up in there to get that Big Mac, they be like, wow, my engagement with you was great. See, that's the energy you're supposed to be dealing with. So spirit is like, you got to get your groove back. You got to get your Stella. Stella got her groove back is the energy that you need to be tapping into, Leos. Getting your groove back, getting into that flow, getting into that essence. And a part of that is soul retrieval. I don't know why this keeps on doing that. That's annoying. A part of that, Leos, is going to be soul retrieval. So what this is saying is that this is a time for you right now when it comes down to your abundance of calling back your power, right? You may have had experiences, Leos, that were traumatic in terms of your finances, right? Maybe dealing with like evictions or not being able to pay your mortgage or losing a job. And so when those things happened, you fragmented yourself, right? You broke yourself up into pieces and for your survival, right? For good reason is why you did those things. Spirit is telling you right now, it's time to call back all your power. It's time to call back all your light. So anytime you've had a traumatic experience or anything less than love in realms of finance and money, spirit is like, you got to actually heal, do the deep healing work. Okay. I'm hearing some of you may have had a job that was a decent paying job and you made some sort of mistake at the job, right? Maybe you put some extra hours on the clock that you didn't work, right? Maybe you didn't handle a customer properly and something happened. Maybe you didn't follow protocol in the way that you were supposed to follow it, and they took action against you and took away your job. And ever since then, you've been still judging yourself, criticizing yourself, and not being who you are fully meant to be because you're still upset and disappointed that you made that mistake. Well, in situations like that, this is what Spirit is actually saying. It's time to call yourself back, call your soul back, and stop hanging on to those fuck ups and those failures, right? Because you have to understand, going back to the cartouche, the divine names of power, those experiences were lessons and blessings to help you and to support you to becoming who you're meant to be. But if you're thinking about it as, oh, I fucked up, I messed up, I'm a failure, oh my God, I can't believe. If you're still in that space, then you block yourself from tapping into the abundance that you're meant to actually tap into now. So Spirit is saying you have to get over that. Spirit is saying you have to let that go. It's time to retrieve your soul, call back your light. A meditation that you can do that I love is, especially Leos, because y'all are bright like the sun, you're fiery like the sun, you are you are governed by the sun, essentially, right? Or fire, I should say. One of the things that you can do as a meditation to start retrieving those soul fragments that you've let go of that are blocking your abundance, because you need those parts of you. Those parts of you that had to learn those hard lessons at that job, that had to learn those hard lessons by going through like evictions and not being able to pay your bills and things like that. You need that energy. You don't just leave them fragmented in the astral realm, just existing. Your higher divine self is like, call it back, because that's a lesson, that's a blessing that you actually need to integrate and that you actually need to allow to be present with you. So, one of the things that you can do, Leos, is visualize a sun in front of you, right? Kind of similar to what we see here, right? Can't really see it because it's fading in. Or similar to what we see here. You see, that's a big, bright, shining sun. So you want to see a sun in your visualization sitting in front of you or just floating in front of you. This sun that you see is your soul. That sun that you see is your light. That sun that you see is your power. I want you to, as you are visualizing that sun, Leos, I want you to visualize yourself inhaling the light, the rays from the sun, inhaling it into your being and bringing it down to your solar plexus. Okay. So you got this sun that's out in front of you in your visualization. And every time you inhale, you can probably do this in 5 to 10 minutes. It doesn't have to take long. But every time you inhale, you bring in that sunlight, which is fragments of your soul. You bring it in, and I want you to just hold it at your solar plexus. Your solar plexus is your governing energy as Leos, because it is also a fire element. It is you letting yourself, letting your light shine. It's a solar energy, right? And so I want you to inhale your sun, bring it to your solar plexus, and just allow that energy to radiate there. And I want you to do that for 10 days. That's what I'm hearing. You need to do that for 10 days, Leo, consistently, 10 days. You can do it in the morning, you can do it at night, you can do it at morning or night. But as you are inhaling your sun, inhaling your soul, inhaling the fragments that you've left behind when you experienced loss in the realm of abundance and finance and fortune, as you're inhaling it, this is you taking in the lessons, this is you taking in the blessings, this is you calling back your power that you had given away when something happened financially that felt like a loss. This is you calling it back, okay? This is that soul retrieval that is necessary for you right now to reignite your abundance and reignite your fortune. Let's keep going. In the Moonology deck, you got the deck that says, have faith in your dreams, have faith in your dreams. And so that's why you got to get your groove back. When you get your groove back, you realize the magic that is you, Leos. You realize that divine essence that makes you who you are. And when you have that understanding, you got to be encouraged by that. You got to show up in that power. I truly feel that prosperity is linked to purpose. And so your dreams and the deep desires that you have, Leo, this is connected to your purpose. This is connected to your calling. This is connected to why you decided to incarnate here. And so when you decide that you're going to pursue that, that you're going to follow that, that you're going to live in that, when you decide that that is who you're going to be, that you're going to be that person, prosperity has no other option but to flow to you easily and effortlessly. So I encourage you, Leos, to remember your why. And when I say remember your why, I mean remember why you decided to be born. Remember the work, the mission. Y'all got a little baby buff showing. Remember the work, the mission that you were called and that you were sent here to do, right? You got to have faith in your dreams. Another card that came out for y'all is the super moon, and it says emotions are running high. So yes, when it comes down to finances and abundance and fortune, this is an intense topic. I mean, because we do live in a human realm on this earth plane where finances and money is a very, very big deal. Yes, we understand that, but you cannot allow yourself to become depressed based off of the amount of money that you have in your account, Leos, because that would mean that money has dominion over you instead of you having dominion over it. So you're being asked right now, in order to activate greater abundance in your life, you're going to have control over your emotions, right? When them bills come in or when it's time to pay for whatever you got to pay for, don't let it make you upset. Don't let it make you frustrated. Don't let it take you over emotionally. And now you're not shining your light. Now your light is dull. Your light is dim because you're sad or mad or frustrated about all of the stuff you got to pay for. You got to get out of that. And so adjustments are required, right? Adjustments are required. You're going to have to make some changes. And the first and foremost change that you Leos need to make is in the realm of Am I living in my purpose? Am I shining my light? Am I being who I was called to be? That's the first adjustment that you need to make. And you need to ask yourself, well, how can I show up in that more often? This doesn't mean that your gifts, your talents, your dreams have to be your profession, even though it'd be great if it could be. And it will be. Once you dedicate yourself to it, it will become something that you can do more consistently, more readily available. I truly believe that is what we are meant to do in this reality, right? That can happen for you. Okay. That can absolutely happen for you. But you have to figure out, you have to find what that thing is, and you have to invest in it and be in it and allow yourself to be present with that consistently. All right. Last two cards that came out for you that are very important. You got a card that says true love. You have another card that says rest and relaxation are essential. This is important because what I know about Leos is that you're very fiery and you're ready to take action, you're ready to do all of the things. And your spirit is saying you actually need to rest and relax more, because when you rest and relax, this is when you receive the downloads and the insights on what your purpose, what your passion, what your mission, what your dream actually is. If you're constantly going because you're just on fire, right? That's that Leo energy. You're missing out on very key understandings that you need to have in order for you to really let your light shine, right? Activating your purpose and living in your purpose, it doesn't start by just doing a whole bunch of things. It starts by sitting with yourself and getting clarity on what makes you you, what makes you great, what makes you unique. And so the only reason why some of you like Leos are not able to rest is because you're like, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Stop. Or you're like, I got to do all of this. I got to make this money. I got to all of that. That's a lack mentality. I heard a lady say that rest is not a reward. She said, rest is your right. You have a right to rest, but you have to own that within yourself, Leos. You have to know, hey, if we look at them lions out there in Africa, in the safari, wherever the hell they be at, honey, they are always resting and lounging around because they know that when it's time to eat, they'll be able to get to it. They'll be able to figure it out. And so you have to tap into that energy, Leos. Allow yourself to rest, knowing and having faith that everything is working out for you. The other card, true love. True love. And this is really a deep and true love for yourself. Really activating a deep and true love for yourself. Really recognizing what makes you so regal, what makes you so royal, what makes you so special. Really recognizing those things, investing in it, and living in it. This energy for you, Leos, is all about letting your light shine. It's all about only saying things out of your mouth that actually align with what you desire to have, who you desire to be. Do not allow your emotions to be dictated by your finances, and make the adjustment. Add some rest into your day. Not rest because you feel like you just have to, or if you don't, something is going to happen. No. Rest because you deserve that. Rest because your body requires that. Rest because you trust and you know that spirit is working out everything for you. Peace.